Hey Facebook and YouTube community. I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you a little bit about my first Jimi Hendrix album. This is Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. I bought this album, I want to say back in 1981, the summer after my 8th grade year. And this is the original copy. I bought this at a small record store that went out of business, a little place called Portable Madness. And kind of a strange place. You can find a lot of things there besides just music. I won't go into details about that. But this was such an incredible album, and actually the album that got me into Jimi Hendrix. If you look at the lineup, on bass, you had an appearance by Jack Cassidy of the Jefferson Airplane. You had legendary keyboard player Al Cooper. On organ, Steve Winwood. So Steve Winwood played on Voodoo Child. And it's interesting to hear his second version of Voodoo Child with Eric Clapton like 30 years later. But anyway, yeah, Electric Ladyland. At the time, it really blew my mind. And I actually had to go out and get a second copy on CD. I got to get another turntable. I'd love to slap this vinyl on a turntable and see what it sounds like now. But the album was so far ahead of its time, and I don't know what the rules are on sampling, but you know, the song "Come On," just great classic rock and roll riffs. Of course, Voodoo Child, "Slight Return," always one of the famous Hendrix tunes. Stevie Ray Vaughan did a great cover of this one as well. Then one of my favorite B-sides off of this album that always makes my Hendrix mixes, "Gypsy Eyes." And I love that opening drum track and then Jimmy's little riff here. So yeah, Jimi Hendrix definitely the guy that got me into guitar. And one cool thing about the vinyl that's easy to forget about, you get all these cool pictures and liner notes that you don't get. Sometimes you get them in the CD, but they're miniature style. And when I bought this album, that was the summer after 8th grade. So me and a friend walked 1.5 miles or 2 miles to the record store, walked with it home. Back then, it wasn't like today where you could just log online and listen to any song you wanted. Back then, you had to work hard to get good music. So anyway, definitely one of the best Jimi Hendrix albums. A lot of standards on here as well. All Along the Watchtower is a great one. Crosstown Traffic. And one of my favorites is side C, where he has what he called the sound paintings. Kind of like trying to create a picture, but with sound. Rainy Day, Dream Away, 1983, and Moon Turn the Tides. So probably most of you watching this are well familiar with Jimi Hendrix, but if you aren't, or you've only got the greatest hits album, definitely spend the money to get the full Electric Ladyland album. Anyway, I'm CS and I'm out.